People.com were nice enough to premiere the single, so that's awesome. So about 2 minutes ago, my foot hit the mixer, and so I'm not really sure how things are going to sound now. So bear with me. Whoops. And if it sounds bad after the first song, I'll make adjustments. So put your notes in accordingly. So hopefully it sounds good. Can you guys hear me? Is that cool? Are we good right now? I know there's a lag, so now I have to wait. We're doing great, you guys. And by we, I mean me. I know what's on the wall. Yeah, this is a prop from the last goodbye video. One of two props. I think one of you guys has the other one. But it says David Cook feared drowned. And then all this text is like, they copied and pasted like a Wikipedia bio. So it's good reading. So all the songs tonight have been chosen by 3 of the top supporters from the last show that I did on Saturday. And they are all kind of bastards to sing. So, but we got plenty of time. It's like we're doing 4 songs tonight. I'm going to talk a little bit more, answer some more questions and stuff, and try to tell you something about these songs that maybe you didn't know. Including we're going to have kind of an extended talk about the new single, Reds Turn Blue, that I'm going to play last tonight. So, so yeah, this first one is off of, well, both of the originals that other people chose are from the record This Loud Morning that I put out in 2011. This song was written with Marty Fredrickson. Marty is a pretty prolific writer, but maybe best known for he did a lot of the Aerosmith hits, like I think Post, Don't Want to Miss a Thing, so like Pink and Crying and stuff like that. I think, don't quote me on that. So yeah, I got to write with him, and we came up with a couple of songs, and this is one of them. I can't remember if we wrote the other one together. It's possible, but man, I was talking to my wife about this earlier. Like, Time Marches On and the other song that I'm doing from This Loud Morning are both like vocal acrobatic songs that I really wasn't prepared mentally to do. And then they showed up on the request. I was like, well, damn. All right, here we go. So, without further ado, this song I haven't played in a while. Here we go. Never thought I'd see myself down here. Louder, please. Oh, because your air conditioner is on? Then turn it off. Trying to sing here. I never thought I'd see myself down here, in the same damn place with a different year. Well, the lines on my face never look so clear. I swear you were 6 feet in on a one-way street when you gave in to love with my heart on your sleeve. In a world full of pearls in an endless sea, you were all that I needed, all I needed. Time marches on, right or wrong, never waits for no one, no. Can't turn it off, won't make it through, 'cause time marches on without you. If you knew then what you know right now, Would you pack your bags and left this town? 'Cause I'm still here with my heart on the ground. You were the last thing I needed. All I needed. Time marches on. Right or wrong. Never waits for no one, no. And can't turn it off. Won't make it through. 'Cause time marches on without you. I never thought I'd see myself down here in the same damn place with a different year. Big drum solo. Time marches on, right or wrong. Never wait for no one, no. Can't turn it off, won't make it through. 'Cause time marches on without you. Time marches on without you. Time marches on without you. Whew! I wish I could say that's the one I'm most nervous about tonight. Oh, Lord. So yeah, that was Time Marches On. Not even the hardest song to sing on that record, but still a beast. It's so funny, like, I went back and I was listening, to these songs, and it kind of got me going down the rabbit hole listening to that whole record. And also listening to the last, to the one before that, the self-titled debut. Sorry for this, I have to tune because I'm using a capo. Man, it was just so interesting. I don't know if it was external or internal pressure, like coming off of Idol, to feel like every song had to have some sort of vocal acrobatic to it. And I just envisioned myself like in my 60s playing these songs and having to drop them like 3 or 4 steps lower from the original just to kind of get through it. But yeah, anyway. I guess I could either do the second song off of This Loud Morning that was chosen, or I can do, I'm already tuned up for it, never mind. Would you ever do Broadway again? Absolutely. I would like to try to find a role where I can keep my beard and not have to shave it, but, nice touch. Oh yeah, you guys, yeah. My shitty attempt at like making it festive, we added some Christmas lights that you can't really see unless I do this. I didn't want to like add a bunch of like hooks on the wall just for this, so. But we did talk about, I might change locations before the next show. So maybe go out in the living room. Elton John drops his songs down, he's still great. Yeah, but like, let's not kid ourselves. Like, there's Elton John, and then there's like 40 miles of difference, and then there's me. So like, yeah. Anyway, on one Charlie had a beard. I know. Yeah, they did it on the what they filmed. It was Killian had a beard. That's pretty I'm pretty jealous of that. I gotta be honest. But they did let me. I think I might have said this before. So each Charlie that was on the show over the years, you would have to take a picture, like an engagement picture, with you as Charlie, and then all of the Nicolas. And it hung. They put it up, or it was already up. I can't remember which now, but in the apartment scene, like right at the beginning. And then, so they would have it, and then whoever was playing Nicola that night and whoever was playing Charlie that night, like that's the photo they would put in the prop box or whatever. They let me keep my beard for those photos. So I'm one of like 2 Charlies that have that picture with a beard. I don't know. I'm so bummed I missed you in Kinky Boots. I'm bummed too. Did you see what Paula said about having to fight to keep you on Idol? I did see that. I'd actually heard that story before. But I'd heard it a little differently before. Like I'd heard that they shut down production to argue. I didn't hear that she'd threatened to quit until I saw that story. So anyway, will you do a Christmas album? I have learned to never say never, but there are no plans. To be honest with you, it feels. I would have problems with it feeling like it were this weird cash grab, unless I could figure out a way to do it that got me excited about it. And so far, it's like, I appreciate Christmas music, but me playing it, it doesn't excite me. I don't know. It's probably some weird mental hang-up that I'll regret later, but reds turn green. Hey! Thanks, Eric. Would you ever do an album that's just all covers? I've given that some thought. I'm warming to the idea, but we'll see. All right. Let me take a drink of my special concoction. All right. So this one, I can't remember who I wrote it with. You know what? I've got the internet here. Let's look this up. No, I'm not going to do it. Forget it. You guys will tell me who I wrote Take Me As I Am with, right? Okay. So this song, this one might be the most difficult, like little vocal acrobatic song on the record. So, but when I saw it on the request list, like I was like, okay. Oh, what's on the mug? What are you drinking? I won't tell. I'm sure there's a kid watching. So I'm a big fan of Check It Out with Dr. Steve Brule. And, yeah. Float like a dangus, sting like a hunt. I like it. Thank you, Fool's April 64. Marty Fredrickson also co-wrote this one. So maybe it's just a Marty Fredrickson thing where the vocals have to be nuts because he's worked with Steven Tyler and, you know, you got to sound like Steven Tyler. And then Scott Stevens, great writer, done a ton of stuff. Worked a lot with Daughtry, I think, as well as many others, but that's the one that I remember. Was in a band called the Exies that I loved when I was like high school, college. Great band. Yeah. All right. So we're going to try this one. So having not been super familiar with these songs, I ran through this about 30 minutes ago, and there's a super high note on the bridge, and I didn't quite get there. And I finished. My wife was in the kitchen, and I just heard her laugh at me. So that might be what this is. You never know. All right. This is no escape. Nope. There we go. Cool. See, like I told you, I'm learning. I'm learning as we go. This is no escape. This is no surrender, my dear. This is my parade, my happy ever after, but only if you're here. lost and broken. Take me as I am, right here where I stand. Open up your arms and let me in. Out here on my own, I know I'm not alone. Let me in your heart right where you stand. Take me as I am. We can take tonight, make it last forever, if you dare. Oh, we could run away and take the world together, but only if you care. With these words unspoken, take me as I am, right here where I stand. Open up your arms and let me in. Out here on my own, I know I'm not alone. Let me in your heart right where you stand. Take me as I am, give a second chance. We can take tomorrow, make it better, you and me. Give me one more try before we say goodbye. Right here in this moment, here forever, every day. I'm probably going to laugh later about the fact I just did a fist pump in the middle of a song on stage it, but whatever. Take me as I am, right here where I stand. Open up your arms. Take me as I am, right here where I stand. Open up your arms and let me in. Out here on my own, I know I'm not alone. Let me in your heart right where you stand. Take me as I am. Take me as I am. Take me as I am. Open up your arms and let me in. Take me as I am. Oh, dear God, with that song. Thank you. I can't remember who picked it, but thank you for picking that song. It was a fun little challenge that I look forward to not doing again for a little while. Well, I mean, we're making some pretty damn good time. So if you guys have any questions, let's hang out. Let's chat, and then maybe I'll play this other song. Turning redder than hell. You ain't kidding. You make me so happy. Oh, well, good. Do you have interviews to do tomorrow morning? No, not tomorrow morning. Tomorrow I have to take the recycling to the recycling center. Quarantine. Oh, yeah, going so fast. There was a question up there. Let me scroll back up. Can you talk about some inspiration for Red String Blue? We'll get there, yeah. Titles of other new songs. In due time. Who does your hair? I do. But there's a guy here in Nashville named Michael J. who cuts my hair. He's awesome. Funny as hell, too. Bring wife in to meet us. Nah, she's in bed, man. It's late. Does your wife listen when you do these songs? Yeah, from upstairs. She's heard them all before. You know, who cares? Are you excited about the record? Yeah, I am. It's been a little funny today, I will say. Like, you know, the song, for those of you that, well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about Red String Blue later. Do you plan on releasing a full record soon? Working on like an EP right now, and then we'll see where we're at. But I got some songs I'm excited about. Greet me happy birthday first. Happy birthday, John Calkin. How did you end up with Chris Cornell's Light On? Ooh, good question. I don't know, to be completely honest. I don't know if maybe me doing his version of Billie Jean on the show, on Idol, actually like put me in his purview. Put me in his purview. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Put me like in his subconscious or whatever. Or maybe they'd been sitting on that song for a while. I have no idea the backstory on it, other than I got off the show and went to my first management meeting and they played me that song. Yeah, and it was powerful. As a huge fan of Chris Cornell, like to sit in a room and hear a song that he sang on that like nobody else was getting to hear was pretty rad. So, Wolf Pups are watching from Minnesota. Right on. I missed that place. That was fun. Why didn't No Reply make the first album? It just, yeah, I don't know. We were excited about other songs, I guess. Who's the guy who ended up doing it? I thought he did a good job with it. I can't remember his name, though. I'm bad with names. Anyway. Did you call Archie? Not yet, no. I'll probably give him a call this weekend. I feel bad for him, man. He put that record out, and that record is so good. Therapy Sessions is such a good record. And then to have all this stuff happen, like, you know, as he's going through that is a bummer. Hopefully he can pick that momentum back up, because that, again, seriously, go check that record out. While you're listening to my stuff, hopefully constantly, take a break and listen to Therapy Sessions by David Archuleta. It's a great record. He can touch his face. Who's telling me not to touch my face? Can you play Don't Say a Word? Oh, no, I can't. I don't remember that song at all. Does Archie do Stagets too? I don't know. You should ask him. Have you thought about doing a full band Zoom concert? I don't know how we would do that without everybody being in the same space, and I will say I don't feel comfortable doing that right now. As much as I love those guys, and you know, Mike is got a baby on the way, and so I know he's, yeah. So, watching from Kentucky, right on. Hello, Kentucky. Okay. Cool. More ukulele tonight? No, I left it in the other room. I was telling my wife I did that. Like, I played ukulele on stage it, and she just kind of like, why? Why not? Now, I wanted this to feel maybe a little less goofy. I don't know. But do you still have demos of Make Believe? I have a live recording of Make Believe that's not great. And it's just me. Like I didn't like my vocal performance. So Jeffrey can figure it out for you. Jeff figures out a lot of stuff for me. I'd be pretty lost without old Jeff, but you know. When songwriting, do you ever feel limited by anything, or just let that creative process go? I'll be honest. Uh, I've gotten more in tune the last few years, especially trying to write songs that I feel like not only can I sing in a studio setting, but stuff that I can feel confident, like that I can go to night in, night out, and feel like I'm putting like my best foot forward. Like there's nights like when I'm vocally tired and you get on stage and there's some songs that just you got to cheat, you got to figure it out because like you're just not going to be able to do what you want to do vocally with that song. And I hate that feeling. It just takes me out of pocket. I get in my head. And so I've been I try to write songs that I feel like, are certainly like challenging vocally and, the melody goes somewhere so it's not super linear, but maybe like are a little more sniperish in how you go after the big notes as opposed to, a song like Take Me As I Am, which the whole chorus is just, I'm going to scream at you, but melodically. So, what's on the wall behind you now? Oh, I already talked about it. It's a prop. So, are you writing for other people? Yes, always. You look more muscular nowadays. Muscular. That's funny. I'm accumulating mass. I'll just say that. Did anyone write Reds Turn Blue with you? No. But we'll talk more about Reds Turn Blue here in a minute because I gotta play this next song. So a little backstory. We're getting ready to get into the encore. It's fine. So I did not see the original version of this movie that this song is in. And so I didn't know anything about it. And then I watched the most recent version of this movie that came out. It stars Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. And it's called A Star Is Born. And I watched it thinking, oh, like this is going to be like a rags to riches story. And it was. Thank you for quoting me, Crazy for David C. I'm going to scream at you, but melodically. Oh, Jesus. But there's this crazy twist at the end that I was not expecting, and it made me super sad, right? And whenever I see movies like that, for some reason, it doesn't matter how good the soundtrack is, like I kind of try to avoid it just because I don't like feeling that way if I don't have to. Like, it's nice to have a good cry every now and again, but like, Anyway, this was one of the songs that was requested, and when I first saw it, I went, oh, God damn it. All right. Okay. But it's more challenging than I thought it was going to be. And so this is my best attempt at it. Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I am falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times I fear myself. Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? start keeping it so hardcore. I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times I feel myself. I'm off the deep end, watching as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the shallow. In the shallow. In the shallow. Far from the shallow now. I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the shallow. In the shallow. In the shallow. Far from the shallow now. So there it is. Shallow. And now everybody has covered that song. I think I was the last holdout. So now we get to talk about the new single, which of course I'm very excited about. It goes live in 27 minutes, give or take a few seconds. I can't tell you how weird it is to finally be at the point where this song is coming out. I wrote this song in October of 2019. For those of you that haven't read these interviews, I'll kind of give you the spiel. I wrote it as a therapeutic process. So about 10 years ago, while I was actually working on This Loud Morning, I was diagnosed with an anxiety disorder, and I had episodes before and kind of brushed it off or didn't think about it, including Dolly Parton week on Idol. I had a full-on attack side stage before I was supposed to go on to perform, and Spence, one of the stage hands, I remember he said to me as I was standing on stage, like they were doing like the little like pre-performance vignette thing, and he was like, "Listen, don't pass out. Just don't lock your knees. Like focus on don't locking your knees, and whatever happens, happens." And I'm sure everybody was just like, "Oh God, he's going home because he's gonna just blank stare on a television." And so I just focused the whole time on not locking my knees during Little Sparrow, and it's the only time I performed that song without screwing up in front of people. So that was really the first like major attack that I remember. So fast forward October 2019, and I'd been navigating it for like 10 years, and had found some therapy and some medication and stuff like that had worked for me. It wasn't until then that I was like, I want to write a song about it, just as a therapeutic process, like not for anybody else. I don't think I want anybody else to hear this. And So I wrote Reds Turn Blue is actually a letter. It's written as a letter from my anxiety to me. And the exercise of that was it was meant to personify my anxiety as something other than me, so that maybe when it presented itself, when I would have an attack, I could acknowledge it, but separate it from myself, so I didn't feel like I guess that it was me doing it, and then it just becomes this weird cycle. So anyway, yeah, the song actually has been really helpful for me. It's helped me kind of redefine what my relationship with my anxiety is. When I got done, I really liked the song, like really liked the song. I was like, okay, let's just see what happens, you know. But it was a big hurdle to kind of want to record it and put it out. But once that decision got made, it got really easy, and I can't remember having had more fun with a recording process than I did with Reds Turn Blue. It was exciting and relatively easy in so much as like being in the studio and recording stuff is easy. And I attribute that a lot actually to Andy Skibb, who produced it. Just because I'm familiar with him, so like I trust him with this stuff. And yeah, and so, you know, we were supposed to release it earlier this month, and, you know, for obvious reasons, I opted not to. I'm cognizant of the title and how it might be and was misconstrued by some. But I'm ultimately really proud of this song. And it's not a cry for help. It's not anything like that. Like I'm good. And this song was a part of that for me. Part of me getting to where I'm at right now is this song. So I hope, you know, I've been reading some of the comments today since people premiered it, and man, it's been awesome. To anybody that's, you know, given of themselves and mentioned in a comment or something how this song and what it's about to me relates to them, and man, that's powerful, and I'm very appreciative of that. I don't want you to think I don't see that stuff, and B, I don't appreciate it, because I do, and I do. So yeah. Do you guys have any questions about Reds Turn Blue before I play it? I'll try to leave a little time after to answer any questions. Yeah. So I'm here for you guys. I haven't heard it yet. Jillian, you're in luck, because I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it here in a minute. But I would know what I was gonna say. It's a weird juxtaposition, if I can go off on this tangent real quick, to release a song. There's general anxiety anytime I release a song, just because it's, you know, an anxious thing. You're putting a new piece of art out into the world, and people may just go, boo, we don't like it. So there's always anxiety with that. So to have anxiety about a song that I wrote about my anxiety is kind of funny on its face. So anyway. If you are ever not okay, just say so. I do. I just don't do it publicly. You know, my social media is not a forum for, you know, my therapy. So you are becoming Southern. I know. There's worse things. I'm all right with it. Is there an album coming soon? I've learned not to use the word soon. I'm working on it. Do you have any inspiration for the art behind Reds Turn Blue? So Jake Harsh did the photography for it, and we kind of stumbled on that by accident. I had talked about double exposure stuff, and that's what that photo looks like. But that was actually just, he sat there, did a super long exposure, and he would go 1, 2, 3 and hit the button, and I would just turn like that. And so literally that's what it is. It's just me turning. That's one photo. Jake did a fantastic job. I was so happy to work with him. Yeah, I hope I get to do so again. How long did it take you to write it? A couple days. A couple days of like working on it haphazardly, like go in and write, you know, a little bit of the chorus and then leave and then come back to it. So, Soon is banned around here. How long did it take to write it? Already answered. When is the video coming out? I don't know. We're working on it. I'm waiting on more treatments for it, I guess. But yeah. What about the photo where you look like you're falling? I laid down on a chair and did that, and then we photoshopped out the chair. Are you a perfectionist? Yeah, I am. Another reason why it's tough putting songs out, because they're never done. All right. I'm going to play Reds Turn Blue, and then we'll spend the rest of it talking about it. All right. Flip switch, you got the killer itch written on your bedroom walls. Break back, it's like a heart attack. You're feeling that forever fall. Look at you now, look at you now. Oh. Click, shake, you're spinning wide awake. The colors are my favorite dream. Sidestep before you pay the debt. You're staring at a static screen. Look at you now, look at you now. Oh, no matter where you go, oh, I will follow. When all your reds turn blue. I'm right beside you when all your reds turn blue. Let's play, let's watch it all away. Steady, honey, as she goes. It doesn't matter what the mirror says, 'cause we're the only ones who know. Look at you now, look at you now. Oh, 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 no matter where you go, oh, I will follow. When all your reds turn blue, ooh, I'm right beside you. When all your reds turn blue. No matter where you go, oh, I will follow. When all your reds turn blue, ooh, I'm right beside you. When all your reds turn blue. And that is Reds Turn Blue, which you can listen to for real in 15 minutes. So excited, so anxious, so nervous, so all those things, but in the best way possible. You guys have 4 minutes and change. If you have any questions, fire them this way. Other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys spending a late night on a Thursday with me online to hear 4 songs. Kind of nuts, but I appreciate it. So yeah, what's the creative process like with you and Andy? Typically, I'll write a song, send them that demo, and then I trust his opinion. So, I'll say, "What do you think? Yay or nay?" And if he says yay, typically I'll get in the studio and with him, and I'll go to the Moose Lodge, which is his studio, and we'll get to work. And it usually takes a day, maybe 2, depending on how much we want to do. Who played on the song? Andy and I did all the instrumentation except the drums. We actually did the drums. Thomas Branch played the drums. Thomas plays drums for me live, and then I had him do the drums. We did it at Studio 2300 in Nashville. Yeah, but other than that, it was the 3 of us, effectively. Where should we stream it? What helps most? Anywhere and everywhere as often as possible, truly. Who did the lead guitar? I did the guitar solo. Andy did all the other guitar stuff. And then I did the bass. And the vocal, of course. What does that say? Hold on. What is your favorite song to share? In other words, what are you most proud to have written and share? Permanent's a big one, just because everything about that song was organic, not overthought. Yeah, like the music for it was written at the end of a writing session for another song. We ran out of time, so like we didn't even finish that, and then it just kind of happened real organically after that. And I wrote the lyrics sitting outside on a patio table outside Rob Cavallo's studio, like just free form writing. We recorded it in 2 takes with an orchestra. A real pure finished product with that song. It's the only song I've cried at when we finished recording it, because I knew it was powerful. So anyway, any upcoming media appearances? I don't know when stuff's scheduled. A lot of stuff now is kind of getting taped. So I don't know when stuff will air. I don't think you want to know when I'm doing an interview that you're not going to hear in that moment. So, yeah, I don't know when this stuff is usually going live. So, give the fans what they want. What do they want? Do you have any tips? Do I have any tips for aspiring songwriters? Write a lot. Write every day, if you can. Doesn't matter if it's terrible. Just write. Will the new record sound more like Reds Turn Blue or Death of Me? I don't know yet. Probably a bit of both. I know you're a teacher who used your song We Believe in a teacher training. Cool. Hopefully you learned something. After COVID, any plans on coming to Tulsa? Nothing planned, but yeah, I like Tulsa. Miss my buddies. Would you consider some kind of fan support replacement for Pledge? I'm still trying to figure out what that would be. Pledge kind of screwed the pooch. There's a weird vacuum there now. Yeah. Any upcoming in-person shows planned yet for after quarantine? Right now we have some stuff scheduled in August in Europe. I say we, me and Chris Allen. I don't know if that'll end up happening or not. We're kind of in discussions about it, so hopefully they happen. We'll see. When you tour in the fall, will it be with the band?